Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So we're going to be talking about Christmas prep today. I like to consider myself a relatively organised person in the run up till Christmas, and then somehow it all goes, you know, downhill the closer it gets. But we're going to start strong. So if you want to see a few bits and bobs that I'm doing in the run up to Christmas in terms of prep and things like that, then keep watching. So, as you will also know, so hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're okay. I'm really trying to make lots of Christmas content at the moment, and I've got loads of things in the pipeline just because I really enjoy this time of year, and I don't know, just kind of feel most like me in the run up to Christmas. I love magic and excitement and love and all of that, and for the sake of sounding a bit corny, like, it just makes me really happy. So today's video is going to be all about Christmas prep, like some things that I'm doing at the moment that I've already done, that I will be doing, and it's also a collaboration with Readly, which, like, you might be thinking, oh, like Readly and Christmas prep, but you need to wait and hear me out. So I'm going to talk about that quickly first, but obviously one of the things that you might know about me is that I absolutely adore cooking. I really enjoy it, and I do have some Christmas recipe books which I will indeed be showing you in this video, just in case you want any recommendations. However, with those recipe books, you know, those recipes are finite and stuck and sort of preserved in time, but I love getting inspiration for, you know, new ideas, like tweaking things around, coming up with something a little bit different. And this is my Readly, so you can see like the home page there. We're on Discover at the moment, so this will give you suggestions of things that it thinks you might quite like. It'll give you suggestions of short reads, so articles again that they think will be quite tailored to you based on your reading habits. And what you can also do under your magazines is sort of, and then what you can also do under my content is favourite magazines that you've been reading. So this is my content screen. I'm trying to angle it so you can see it properly. But as you can probably guess, mine is very much filled with food and homeware. We are decorating our living room at the moment, and I've just been obsessed at looking at like homes and colour schemes and hi Merlin and all these things that kind of embody the kind of style that I'm going for. We picked a gorgeous colour green, and the cover of Real Homes for this month kind of reinforced my decision, because look at the green walls there. They're so beautiful, and I'm really excited to see it all coming together. Mark's actually decorating at the moment as we speak. I've been helping out this morning, but I actually have to do some work now. But that has been fantastic for me, you know, looking through, finding bargains. I particularly love in some homeware magazines where they will take a very expensive, say trending popular item and find a dupe for it on the high street, which is something that I've loved. Like, I love decorating my home, and I like getting inspiration maybe outside the norm of what you might see on social media, because I think social media can be really trend heavy, and everybody will start following that trend and ordering the same sort of things, whereas I feel like sometimes the magazines will kind of predict what's coming and give you a little bit more inspiration, if you know what I mean. And then food wise, this is the time of year for food magazines. I will not argue it with anyone, because I know I'm right. It is fantastic. So I've got on here Delicious magazine, Good Food magazine, Olive Christmas, Sainsbury's magazine. I've loads. Good Food Vegetarian, and I just like to go through and find inspiration for maybe how I can mix up my Christmas dinner, because I am hosting. I'm also having some of my friends around on, I think it's the 10th of December, and I love hosting. I love having people in my home. It makes me really happy. Like, my love language is kind of like to acts of like service, you know, like to do things for people. So if you want to know if I love you, I'll do things for you, or I'll like bring things over to you that I think you might like, or I love to have people around and look after them. It makes me really happy, and I've really been enjoying this. So like, you can just go through it as an example, and you know, there's alternatives to how to cook your turkey, different dessert ideas, like pigs in blanket toad in the hole here, I actually make that already, so maybe I'm ahead of the trend. But it's a great place to go to for me, and what I find is that 9 times out of 10 I am on my phone anyway, which is, you know, slap wrist, a bit naughty, but it's really easy for me to then just quickly go in there, and I don't have to get up and anything like that. It's just there, and I can read any magazine I want as well. That's the amazing thing. There are so many titles to choose from, and if you've watched my videos before, you'll know that I've used Readly like when I was planning for my wedding and stuff, and homeware and recipes is always something that is very much an interest of mine. So I would definitely recommend already, if you haven't, giving it a go, because I have a link and a discount code for you to use whereby you can give it a try yourself, and then if it's for you, then you can go on and continue your subscription. But it's just fantastic, and I'm finding it really useful at the moment, and hopefully you will too. So on to my next bit of prep that I've been doing. Obviously I've been swatting on the recipes and all of that, but I actually got myself a Christmas planner. You'll know if you watch Christmas, was it a couple of years ago during lockdown that I got myself a Christmas planner, because I was hosting just for us 5, obviously, because of, you know, restrictions or, you know, personal choices that we made. And I just found that it gave me somewhere purely to go and focus on my Christmas plans, because on my phone or on my computer I've got so many lists and calendars. I've got like my iPhone calendar, I've got Time Tree, which we use as like a family, which I can really recommend, by the way. Mark and I both log into the same account, and we can add dates and color code them based on which child it is, whether it's us that's going out, this, that and the other. You can take photos of like kids' party invites and put that in there. It's a game changer, but it fills up so quickly, and then sometimes I feel like a lot of my Christmas jobs get sidetracked a bit. So I got my Christmas planner, and even write your name in it like I have done. But I just thought I would run through it. So at the beginning there is a monthly calendar, so you can fill that in. Like this was October's, I've got November's, I've filled in like dates and stuff that are coming up, then December, and then in December you also get a weekly calendar, like a weekly diary, which obviously I've not really got into yet because we're only in the middle of November. But then it comes on to your ultimate Christmas to-do list. So I've got mine here at the moment. Order turkey, get Christmas tree, stocking fillers, kids presents, order Christmas cards, actually write and send Christmas cards. I've had to write that because I'm terrible. Shoebox collection, sort activity advent, Christmas fest, book Christmas food shop. And I put a reminder for that because Tesco opened theirs on the 15th of November and I had to queue for ages because the site went down. Decorate, Christmas tree day, and make get ahead gravy. So what have I done on this list so far? I have ordered the turkey, I've sorted stocking fillers, we're doing all right with the kids' presents. I've not done any of my friends and family yet though. I have ordered Christmas cards, they've not come yet, so I haven't written them. I've done the shoebox collection, I've sorted my activity advent, which I will share later on in this video. Christmas fest is in December. I've booked my food shop and I haven't decorated or got a tree yet or anything like that. And make get ahead gravy, again I will touch upon in a little while. But I do feel like if you're feeling a bit busy in your head and just like need somewhere to write everything down, it's a fab little idea. And also what I really like about it is that you can go through and there are sections for like random gift ideas, Christmas traditions, people you like to see, outfit ideas, places to go, movies to watch, songs to listen to, your own wish list, which you could just leave open if you wanted to, holiday cards tracker, all of that. And I just find this to be really, really helpful. And I've said this before in another video, but it's also a bit of a time capsule of how you like to do Christmas. Say, you know, you could save them and pull them out for future years, and then your children can gain inspiration. Like there's bits where you can jot down your own recipes, and like, you know, maybe one day they'll be referring to Readly, but then they can also refer to your recipes as well. So this is one thing that I've done that I'm really, really happy about. So that is the first step of my organising myself for Christmas. So the next thing I wanted to mention, which I've already touched upon, is this. And this is our activity activity advent calendar. I actually made this. I got all the bits from Hobbycraft and put it together myself. We've done this for years and we've had various calendars. The ones that we've had previously have been wooden and had little drawers, but I've found over the years that the drawers have either like broken because they're only very, very like flimsy wood, or we've actually lost a drawer before, and then the whole calendar becomes kind of useless. And what I liked about this is that we can hang it on a door. We're actually hanging it on our kitchen door as you come in here, and it's quite space saving, but also when you finish with it you can like roll it up and keep it safe, and it's very minimal in terms of the amount of space that it takes up. But if you've never done this before or heard about it before, you might, when you hear the word activity calendar, think of something that's like full of like expensive ideas and concepts and things that are very overwhelming, but it's really not like that. For us, a lot of the ideas that are within here, like written on these cards, are things that we do anyway, but it's just a reminder to make sure we do them, a reminder to make sure that we appreciate them and enjoy them. And my best advice for making these would be to, initially, if you want to do it, you can buy calendars ready-made. I know that you can get a cheap kit from Hobbycraft that costs about £6, I think, where it comes with everything that you need and you just stick it together, and then you've got one similar to this. This, I bought, as I mentioned, everything is from Hobbycraft, and I have a glue gun already, so it was really quick and easy for me to make. I brought the gift tags from there as well, which are very, very simple to, like, you know, make look a bit cute. I put some Christmas stickers on, and I had a snowflake stamper and tied some ribbon on, you know, like the butcher's twine, the red and white one. And this one, as an example, is new Christmas pajamas. So I always get the kids a pair of Christmas pajamas every year. They don't match, but they are indicative of the things that they would like and enjoy, and like, you know, just a pair of something that I think will make them happy. So on the first day is when I put their Christmas bedding on, which we already have and we've had for years. Then it's Christmas pajamas. Then we've got write a letter to Father Christmas. And what I do is that I will put the early things first. So obviously, like as bedding as an example, if I'm going to change the beds, I want that Christmas bedding on to be as long as possible. Like, obviously I'll wash it throughout December, but, you know, might as well make a thing of it. Pyjamas make sense to come right after. I do the letter to Father Christmas quite early on, because then I still meet the posting like deadline, you know, for the Royal Mail and stuff. And then we've got other things like when we're getting our Christmas tree. Normally we would get it the last weekend in November, but we have a really busy weekend that weekend, so we've had to push it into this. But there are loads of different ideas, and I will cross-reference with things that are going on at school, things that are going on locally. So where we live, it has like an annual Christmas fest every year where everybody in the, well, I always call it village, because when I grew up here it was village, but now it's like a small town. But everyone from the village like comes together, and we all like, there's mulled wine, there's fairground rides, there's mince pies, all the shops are open late, Father Christmas is there, there's fireworks. It's utter magic, and that is magic that is right there for me. So it's really easy to just add to this. And then other ideas are crafts or creative things, baking. So I've got myself in some like festive baking cases, festive sprinkles. I could just make cakes with the kids, nothing too strenuous or hard work. And I will correspond that with clubs in the diary. So nights that are really busy, we'll do something very simple. I correspond that again with family traditions, so going to my mum and dad's Christmas ham day, and also correspond that with when they break up for school and when it's the weekend, because obviously when they're off and when it's the weekend you can do a little bit more. So I'm just going to go and grab a few things now that will work really well with this that I've already got ready, and now I'm organised, it's all ready to go. And just this last like tiny bit of prep just means that I am all sorted for trying to just do the best I can during December. This is just me trying to be the best version of mum me that I can, and I try really hard with it, but let me go and find these bits for you. So as I've already mentioned, I have like Christmas sprinkles and cupcake cases and stuff, which you can find in most supermarkets, to be honest. So if you see them, it's always worth getting, because it's just a quick and easy, like grab a cake mix, you know, box mix, and then stick some Christmas sprinkles on. You can call them Christmas cupcakes, and then you're done, aren't you? It doesn't need to be intense and stressful. It's meant to be enjoyable for everybody. And there are no prizes. Like, I had a chocolate calendar when I was little, and that was amazing. It was that, you know, those, you know, the advent calendar chocolate. Like, that's the, you know, the only type that we had when we were kids. And that chocolate, like, I still look forward to that chocolate every day, despite it sort of tasting like cardboard. It was the best thing ever. So you just got to do what is right for you. Like, your traditions are your traditions because they matter to you. And you just got to hold that to heart. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. But here are a few ideas that, like, I have and they're ready. So, for example, I have glow sticks already. I need to buy some cheap Christmas bath bombs from somewhere like Home Bargains, because one of them is like, let's have a Christmas bath. And what I will do, I get our portable speaker, I'll put it out of the way of like water and stuff. I'll play Christmas music, I'll turn the lights off, I'll bring this snowflake light projector thing that runs on batteries, and again, I'll place that out of the way of water. But it shines snowflakes on the ceiling and stuff. It's a really cheap one. I think I got it from like B&M years ago. It's battered, but it still works. And put glow sticks in the bath. They all get a bath bomb each, and it's just going to be a bit of fun, like something different. Like, they're going to have a bath anyway, so why not stick some glow sticks in it? And they love that. So that's one example. Another one that I call do you want to build a snowman, is where I have fake snow, and I also have fake snowballs, but they're in storage, and they're basically like just big poofy cotton wool snowballs. And we have a snowball fight with them, which they love. And then I also have some instant snow. Now, I've had these for a while, and they're the sort of thing, you know, like people will get you and you kind of keep them in for a rainy day. So this one is the Simply Kids one that you can buy like loads of places, and it's just one pack. But I actually have a tub which I've had for a while and used over several Christmases, and there's a measuring cup and a scoop in there, and you can just measure out how much you need and make snow, and the tub lasts a bit longer. So I got that from Amazon, and all you need is like a what's this called, like a craft tablecloth type thing. We have a really tiny one, but I did invest in getting a slightly bigger one from Amazon. It was really cheap, because we already had the snow in, but I thought, oh, they'll have even more fun if I can cover the area a bit better. And I might even lay this out on the floor so they could just like kneel down and play that way with animals and like any toys they have. Like Barbie went in the snow last time. So I really recommend that, because it's so easy. You basically just mix it with water and then you're done. Now, these next bits are all to do with like just doing like little one-on-one activities, like crafty activities with them. When I tell you that I'm obsessed with hobbycraft at the moment, I mean it, right? I have got so many things from there recently. I got so many things from there actually when we did our wedding. Like, you know, when you want to DIY, and I'm quite a creative person anyway, and I love crafting, but I've got little bits like our brush trees, you know, the wire brush trees. They're really cute. I have those out like in the kitchen and stuff now, but they do so many things that are like super cheap. So this craft kit is a make your own reindeer, was £2, so I got 3 of them. I know that Bill's probably going to be like, oh bloody hell mum, but he does like to join in. If I didn't get one, he'd be disappointed. So you have to get 3, even when your eldest is 10. But you just put it all together and make it, and then you can hang it either on the tree, but I thought they could hang it on their bedroom doors because they'd all have little reindeers then, and maybe they could like personalize them a bit, and like Daisy could give his a bow or something. But I just thought they were really fun, and it's just, you know, one of those after school activities. Doesn't take very long. You can sit at the table with them, have a chat with them, ask them about their day and do something like that. It's lovely. I also got some stickers. This little sticker set again was super cheap, and there's loads in there. Some of them are like, you know, the puffed up ones. We've got some glittery ones and all sorts, just for when they spontaneously would like to do some colouring and stuff. My children, particularly Stanley and Daisy, are all very like artistic and enjoy that kind of stuff. So we do a lot of painting, we do a lot of drawing and colouring in this house, which is why we have such a gigantic craft cupboard that's just stuffed to the brim with stuff. So I thought they would really enjoy them. And then one of the activities was actually to do paper chains, which we could like hang up around here when we have everyone round as a decoration that they could take part in. And then, you know, when everyone's here and they can be like, oh, you know, Granny, I made those. And we're going to do paper chains and, you know, snowflakes where you just, oh, cut my hair then. You know, you fold the paper and you cut into it and then open it out again. They're all really individual, but they're just fun things, again, that you can sit down and have a little chat, put Christmas music on, and it's just really special, and it doesn't need to be crazy, if you know what I mean. So that's one of the other things that I've done so far, just to prepare myself, because if I leave it too late, I end up rushing it or mixing up the dates and stuff. And it's important tradition of ours, like the kids always ask, are we doing that again this year? And it means a lot to me. So yeah, that is another thing I've done. In terms of Christmas dinner, so obviously, as I've already said, everyone's going to be here this year, which is a big deal for me. We are on track with Christmas dinner. Now, the wonderful thing about my family is that they're all really generous and we all chip in with each other all the time. So we'll always take a dish or something with us if we go to somebody else's house, reflective of the fact that, you know, we are a larger family. And everyone brings a bottle and stuff and all of that on Christmas Day. But I've ordered my turkey from a local butcher. I have gone for a turkey crown, which is wrapped in bacon, purely because they are generally a lot easier to cook. Everything that I've purchased then will be edible and it'll be a lot easier to slice and dish out. And I've bought a little bit extra so that we can have leftovers, because the leftovers are great. So I've done that. I am not getting any fruit or veg until nearer the time. I have booked my delivery slot. Top tip, if you do get a delivery slot, don't book it too close to Christmas Day. Say like, you know, anything from the like 21st, 22nd, 23rd are good days, because if there's anything missing or you need to nip out and get anything, you've got a bit of time. But say if you get it on Christmas Eve, then if something doesn't turn up, you are then in a bit of a panic, aren't you? And you don't want that on Christmas Eve. You don't deserve that on Christmas Eve. You want to be having your best Christmas Eve ever. So I've done that, and I would really recommend like doing the same if you know, you are into like booking shops and stuff. I'm a regular grocery, like I have delivery saver with Tesco, so it's just naturally something that I will always do. But I do have a Christmas cupboard, so I'm going to take you in there now and show you what I've got. Hi Merlin, and just run through like the bits that I've got so far, the bits that I'm hoping to get. And I like to keep them in there because then nobody eats them, basically. So this is our Christmas cupboard, and you know, it's not really exciting, it's not very big, and you're not going to be very impressed by it. It's just in one of these cupboards in the utility room. And apologies if it's a bit dark in here, because two of the light bulbs are nearly gone and I'm waiting for a delivery of some new ones today. But we have mainly at the moment just like kind of sweet treats and stuff. So you've got Celebrations, Quality Street, Matchmakers, After Eights, my absolute favourite. These are just some like suction cup hooks for any decorations when we put them up. I have the sweet and salty pretzels, like are they stars or Christmas trees, from Tesco. My grandma picked up these mini Christmas puddings from Waitrose, because not everyone likes it, but those who do, like, it's a Christmas staple. So we've got like 4 little ones. These are all my Christmas books. So I've got Nigella's Christmas, which is probably my favourite, Delia's Happy Christmas, which I actually bought second hand, Jamie Oliver's Christmas cookbook. This was actually my planner for Christmas last year, Nigel Slater Christmas Chronicles, and then this is actually a Christmas book that I've just kept in here from last year. It's actually got like stories and recipes in. And then at the top here we have some goose fat and some cranberry sauce, and that's what I've got for now. And I will try and add to it. To be fair, there's not loads of room left, but I'll just keep it in here, out of sight, out of mind, and nobody eats it, and I can keep checking in here and know what I've got, and everything is not all over the place. So yeah, that is the Christmas cupboard. So now we've seen the Christmas cupboard. It's not very big, it'll be full soon. One thing that I need to do after Christmas dinner is make Jamie Oliver's Get Ahead gravy. I will link that down below. It is brilliant in terms of time saving. You just need chicken wings, which are so cheap, and you do it all in advance, and it's beautiful. You can buy like freezer appropriate bags for liquids, freeze it, take it out on the night before, you just warm it through, and you've got a beautiful gravy. And what's really nice as well is that you can batch it as well, so you can make quite a lot. And if you think you're going to use it, or you've got gravy for a roast dinner coming up soon, like in the new year, which is lovely. Other things that I will prep, I'm going to make a flavoured butter for my roast potatoes. So when my roast potatoes come out of the oven, there will be a mix of like butter, sea salt, pepper, chopped rosemary and garlic, and you mix that through the potatoes when they're still quite piping hot. It melts around them and it's beautiful. And again, that is something that you can make in advance, and you can roll up in a bit of cling film and freeze, and it's so good. And then also Yorkshire puddings. I know they're not strictly traditional, but half of my family's from Yorkshire, so we just eat them anyway. They are the best thing. So you can make those, leave them to cool, put them in a freezer on a tray so they freeze separately and nice and puffed up. When they are frozen for a couple of hours, you can then take them all out, put them in a big like freezer bag, put them all together, a bit like how Aunt Bessie does, but mine are way bigger and way better, and then pop them back in the freezer. And then when you want to use them, you just warm them through in the oven like you would do with Aunt Bessie's or any other, and it's a really, really good time saver if you do enjoy a Yorkshire pudding. But yeah, that is all the food stuff. And then finally we are on to, you know, presents and stuff. Now, everybody has their own sort of budget. Everyone has their own sort of idea of what Christmas looks like to them. Getting comfy there, are we, Merlin? We have, so far, I'm in charge of stockings, and I am going to talk about Christmas presents now, so please don't watch this with kids, because you want to keep the magic alive, and I don't want to be responsible for that and ruining or damaging that in any way, so please don't watch this with children. But I am responsible for the stockings. I'm the magic maker in this house. I enjoy the magic. I'm the sort of person that will, like, you know, dust snow prints on the floor and stuff for Father Christmas. Like, I just love that. So I do the stocking, and the stocking for me are all little presents that would make the children feel like Father Christmas knew them really well. Like little treats that Father Christmas just thought of and thought, oh, you know, Daisy will love that, and Stanley will, he'll smile at that one, and Bill will love that one too. And obviously Bill doesn't believe anymore, but he's a magic maker. That's what I have told him that we are, and it's like something that we pass on as we get older, and we do it for the people, and he loves that idea. And I would really recommend like going with that when your children stop believing, because it is inevitable. It normally comes from school, which is really hard because you just want them to just soak up every last second, but it's going to happen. So I told him that he's a magic maker now with me, and Father Christmas is like the spirit of Christmas, rather than being a figurative person. Although sometimes, I must admit, at the age of 34, sometimes I still will him to be real, like I would love him to be. I want to believe. But yeah, I do the stockings, and I will do a stocking filler video. I'm always happy to do that. I don't feel so comfortable with doing like gifts that I bought, because it becomes very comparative, and I don't want my channel to be that. I don't want you to come here and walk away feeling like less than or look down on me because I've not done enough in comparison to you. I want you to come here and feel like happy. I want you to feel like cozy and Christmassy. I want you to feel like, oh, I like that idea, I might take that, or I'll leave her a comment and let her know like what an idea that I think that she might like, that kind of thing. But I will do the stocking fillers because I think they're the hardest sometimes. Yeah, that's where I'm up to at the moment. I don't feel too stressed, but the problem is with me is that I do all the initial groundwork, and then I'm left on like Christmas Eve and I've not wrapped anything. So I really need to work on that this year. So if you have any tips for that, let me know, or any just like suggestions in general, leave them down in the comments if you think it will make it a little bit easier for me, because I'm all ears. But yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you found it useful. It's more like a chat through of like what I've done so far. Anything that like you might find useful, take it with you, like use it, like borrow an idea, whatever, go for it. I hope you have a really, really good Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Readly for working with me and giving me the opportunity to give you a discount as well. I think that's fab. And yeah, I will hopefully see you next time. Bye.